principal, teachers, and fellow students, greetings to you all. I welcome you to the first ever Junior English Demonstration Debate in CCSE, hosted by both the English debating team and the English panel. I'm the chairperson of today's debate, Timothy So from 4C. And she's our timekeeper today, Cynthia from 3D. So may I now introduce you both teams. For the affirmative team, their first speaker is Yanni Chan from 1A. Their second speaker is Melody from 2D. And their third speaker is Lillian Young from 3C. And for the negative team, their first speaker is Vanessa Wen from 1B. Their second speaker is Harry Kwan from 2A. And the third speaker is L'Oreal Lam from 3D. And then I'll pass to Cynthia to talk about the regulations of the debate.
Please pay attention to the regulations of this debate. Each speaker may speak for a maximum of 2 minutes with a grace period of 15 seconds. There will be a warning bell at 1 minute and 30 seconds. With 2 bells at 2 minutes to indicate that the speaker's time has expired. The bell will be run continuously if a speaker exceeds the maximum time limit, including the grace period, at which point the speaker must stop.
The motion for this debate is academic streaming should be banned in Hong Kong. So without further ado, may we now call upon the first affirmative speaker, Yanni Chan from 1A, to start the debate.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today our motion is that academic streaming should be banned in Hong Kong. As the affirmative side, our team strongly agreed to the motion. Our team line is that academic streaming should be banned as it fails to help all students. I will talk about the definition, the aim, the current situation, and the negative impacts of academic streaming. Our second speaker, Melody, will elaborate the impact on the stakeholders. Our first speaker, Lillian, will conclude our case. According to Cambridge Dictionary, academic streaming means putting pupils with similar abilities into a group and teaching them together for all lessons. For example, ranking 1 to 30 goes to 2A, 31 to 60 goes to 2B, and so on. The system aims to facilitate students learning more efficiently and to help them to achieve better academic results. Therefore, to determine whether the motion will stand or fall today, it depends on which side will achieve its own goal to help all students. Now in Hong Kong, some schools are practicing academic streaming and the others are practicing random class placement system. I will highlight 2 negative impacts of the system. Firstly, it narrows the learning diversity. Streaming creates communication gap between the academically more capable and less capable classes. Less chance will be given for the children to learn from each other and hence lowers the learning diversity in the classroom and thus impedes their interpersonal skills. Secondly, it will affect their SD needs. Some high-ability students can be the bottom of the group. They may lose the interest of learning and confidence. In the end, lower the high ability, but academically less capable students' self-esteem. Therefore, today's motion must and will stand. Thank you.
Thank you. The speaker has 2 seconds until maximum time limit.
And may we now call upon the first negative speaker, Vanessa Wen from 1B, to begin the team's case.
propose to continue academic streaming. Academic streaming shouldn't be banned as it allows students to achieve a better learning outcome. We'll prove to you the benefits of academic streaming and why continuing this system is beneficial to students. The authoritative side has told us the harms of academic streaming, but today we see a completely different situation. Imagine there are two siblings entering the same school in the same form. The brother is good at academics, while the sister is weaker in it. The school is using random class placement system. The brother wants to improve more in his academics. Unfortunately, to ensure the whole class can catch up together, the teacher spent less time on pushing the brother's limits, but more time in explaining things to the weaker students. Eventually, the brother cannot excel because he knows that no matter how hard he tries, he's not going to learn much in his class. On the other hand, the sister who is academically weaker shows no significant improvement, and more importantly, she is being labeled as dumb and idiot by the better students. Soon, she loses her interest in studying, and she starts to hate school. Later in the second year, the school adopts a new educational system, which is academic streaming. The brother now is in a better class, while the sister is now in a weaker class. Very successfully, the brother learns more efficiently because all the better students are grouped together and they're not being held back by those of lower ability. Moreover, the teacher can spend more time in explaining the topics more in depth and always sets up challenging questions so that the brother can finally excel more. In the end, he works harder in all subjects because he's finally got a chance to improve. On the other hand, the sister improves a lot in her academics, although she is in a lower class. Why? The teacher teaches in a slower pace that suits the most and explains topics detailedly until the whole class understands. As a result, the sister thinks more positive about learning and she isn't sad again. In the above situation, we see that academic streaming is beneficial to different levels of students and therefore this motion should fall. Thank you.
Thank you. The speaker has used all the time limit.
So may we now invite the second affirmative speaker, Melody from Protrudy, to deliver her speech.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Our side strongly agrees to this motion. Our team line is academic streaming should be banned and dispatched to help students. I will talk about the disadvantages to academically less capable students and academically capable students, and show the effort's impact on academic streaming. First, I will do some reference first. The negative side only focus on the better academic outcomes. But our side will focus on more the whole development of their life. And if the academically capable students will learn more new things and extra things, that will be unfair to the academically less capable students because the same standard of assessment will be given to both of them. And this will lead to the larger gap of academically less capable students and capable students. And now, let me get on to my speech. Academic streaming defeats its whole purpose on helping students. Academically capable students will feel like they are under so much pressure, and the high expectation of adults will either push them to their limits or drive them crazy. And the intense of an unhealthy competition is created within peers. And students in Hong Kong are always stressed. Academic streaming will burden them. And the current high suicide rate has proved that expectation has detrimental effects to teenagers. Moreover, less resources are given to less capable students, labeling will lead to bullying and teasing. Students in lower stream classes are labeled to be a burden of teachers and school. They may lose interest and confidence of learning. Self-harm and suicide actions may be taken. As our first speaker has mentioned that the aim of academic streaming claims to facilitate student learning more efficiently and help students to achieve better academic results. However, what I have just explained has defeated the whole purpose on helping and the helping student has no longer benefited them. Therefore, today's motion must stand. Thank you.
Thank you. The speaker has used 2 minutes and 13 seconds.
May we now invite the second negative speaker, Harry Kwan from 2A, to deliver his speech.
Testing. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Our team line is academic streaming should not be banned as it allows students to achieve a better learning outcome. Before I start my speech, I would like to rebut some of the affirmative side's points. They bring up the problem of labeling in class. However, we see that in random class placement system, the diversity of students' ability causes even more labeling. In each class, they are the best and the worst ones. But for academic streaming, labeling only affects the best and the worst in the whole forum. Back to my substantive. For students in higher sets, it protects students of higher ability from being held back by those of low ability, because the learning speed of two sets of students are so different. They will be able to learn in a more different way when they're separated. According to study.com, when learning a new concept, an average learner needs to hear the concept 16 billion times to fully comprehend. On the other hand, advanced learners typically only need to hear the concept 6 to 8 times to fully comprehend. As a result, students in academic streaming can learn at a speed which suits them most and achieve a better learning outcome. For the academically more capable students, in particular, who study harder to fight for a better place in class and the competitiveness is enhanced. Therefore, they can reach their own full potential as they are more likely to encounter harder challenges, so they can excel more and learn more. For the academically less capable students in the lower sets, students can absorb more and have a higher possibility to improve. Since the teacher can cater for their particular learning needs, for example, teaching at a slow pace, adjusting the level of exercises, and explaining on the topics more. The students in the lower sets will benefit in 3 ways. They will learn and understand more, they will be comparatively more motivated because learning becomes not as hard as it did before, and they will be more engaged in learning because they will not be overshadowed by the peers. We see that academic streaming exists for a number of reasons, and the affirmative side has to answer the following. If the government is going to ban academic streaming, then why don't they ban the banding system first? Due to those above reasons, this motion must fall. Thank you.
Thank you. The speaker has used 2 minutes and 7 seconds.
So may we now call upon the third affirmative speaker, Lillian Yeung from 3C, to conclude the team's case.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As the affirmative side, our team strongly agrees to the motion, and we believe that academic streaming should be banned as it fails to help all students in Hong Kong. I'll elaborate the clash of today's debates and show you why our side win the clash and ultimately why we're taking this debate home. But before that, let's answer the question raised by the affirmative side, raised by the negative side first. Banning system and academic streaming is of totally different scale and is not comparable in the same phase. So today let's just focus on academic streaming. The main clash of today's debate is on the effects on students' development. What the negative side has been telling us is that academic streaming should not be banned due to its positive impacts on students' academic outcomes, which mainly focus on students' academic development. While standing as the affirmative side, we stand on students' whole person development. And we believe that academic streaming should be banned as it narrows learning diversity and creates less chances for students with different academic levels to learn from each other in different aspects and understand the world more comprehensively. So the reason we're winning this clash is because the negative side overstress on students' academic outcomes, while education should also be focusing on students' personal and social development. Moreover, students are stressed in Hong Kong. Practicing academic streaming will burden them and harm the society as a whole. Now I'll point out the policies of logic raised by the negative side. The negative side has made a hasty generalization of neglecting its adverse impact that makes academic streaming no longer benefit students students due to the observable benefits which only stress on academic outcomes. Ladies and gentlemen, as praised by our first speaker, to determine whether the motion will stand or fall today, we decide on which side can achieve its original aim to help all students in Hong Kong. However, as explained by our first and second speaker, the whole purpose of academic streaming was defeated due to the unevenly distributed resources and the labeling effect that makes academic streaming no longer benefits all the students by causing adverse impact that of harming their self-esteem. Thus, we're proud to say that the motion today must and will stand. Thank you.
Thank you. The speaker has used 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
And last but not least, we'll invite the third negative speaker, L'Oreal Lam-Brady, to conclude the whole debate.
Testing. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot allow side proposition to ban academic streaming. But before I move on to the clashes, allow me to address why continuing academic streaming is beneficial to Hong Kong and is important. As you all know, secondary schools in Hong Kong are divided into 3 bandings. Different levels of students will study in different bandings of schools according to their academic ability. Since students' ability can differ so drastically among the 3 bandings, so schools are actually given the autonomy and the flexibility to choose to adopt the best system which suits their students the most, no matter it's random class placement system or academic streaming, simply because they act as references for schools' adoption for better learning facilitation. We see that there's still a value of keeping academic streaming. That's why we don't allow any government intervention on limiting these options. So let's move on to the clash. This debate boils down to one main clash, that is, which system brings more benefit to the students in general. Today, the affirmative team have told us that the detrimentals brought by academic streaming, and they've tried to prove that these are the only exclusive harms. However, they have made a wrong assumption that there is no labeling in random class placement systems, which our second speaker have already proved to you that this is simply not true, because direct labeling is even more serious in randomly placed classes. Also, they assume that there's no learning diversity in academic streaming because there's no interaction of students of different levels. But what if you told you, ladies and gentlemen, that learning diversity can still be enhanced even if we adopt academic streaming? Yes, with a better planning of the school, learning diversity can still be achieved by organizing various activities outside the classroom, which can also enhance whole personal development. And that's why we see that our dear opponents' concerns can actually be solved and does not stand. So we see that the harms of academic streaming doesn't outweigh the benefits. So, from a general view, random class placement system and academic streaming should coexist, and we do not advocate banning any one of them, as they are both unique systems which benefit students in the end. Due to the above reasons, we are very proud to oppose. Thank you.
The speaker has used 2 minutes and 13 seconds.
Thank you all. This is the end of today's debate. And once again, we'd like to express our heartfelt gratitude to the English panel for giving us such precious time and opportunity to host the debate in the Assembly.
We also thank the debaters for their wonderful performance, and we will now pass the time to Christy and Edward for further introduction of our team.